Hi, in this video, we'll be solving logarithmic equation that leads to simultaneous equation. Now we have example 1. It says 8 to the power y is equal to 4 to the power of 2x plus 5, and log y to base 3 is equal to log x to base 3 plus 2. So first of all, we start from equation 1. So from equation 1, we'll have to express 8 and we express 4 as the power of their base. So we know that 2 to the power of 3 is equal to 8, and this is equal to 2 to the power of 2 multiplied by the index. So we have that 2 to the power of 3y is equal to 2 to the power 2 times 2s is 4s, 2 times 5 is plus 10. Since our bases are equal, 3y equal to 4s plus 10. Let's call this one equation 3. Also, from equation 2, we have that log y to base 3 is equal to log s to base 3 plus 2. Hence, our equation becomes log y to base 3 is equal to log s to base 3. Now, since we have our logarithm to be in base 3, the value of 2 is equal to log 3 raised to the power 2 in base 3. To simplify further, we have to apply the laws of logarithm on the right hand side. So our equation becomes log y to base 3 is equal to log x times 10 to the power of 2 or in base 3. Here we can simplify further as log y in base 3 equal to log 9s or in base 3. Now if you see, our logs are of the same base, so therefore the equation becomes y equal to 9x. Let me call here equation 4. So we have 3y equal to 4s plus 10 and y equal to 9x. To obtain the value of x and y, we substitute equation 4 into equation 3. Substitute 4 into 3. Our equation becomes 3 bracket open 9s equal to 4s plus 10. We have that this will be 27x equal to 4x plus 10. If we move 4s to the left hand side, we have 27x minus 4s equal to 10. 27s minus 4s is equal to 23s equal to 10. So our x becomes 10 divided by 23. Now we have obtained the value of s. To obtain the value of y, substitute s equal to 10 divided by 23 into equation 4. We have that y is equal to 9s. So y is equal to 9 multiplied by 10 divided by 23. So our y is equal to 90 divided by 23. That's the answer. So s is equal to 10 divided by 23. Y is equal to 90 divided by 23. That is the answer. So let's take up the number 2 question they give to us. They say 2 to the power 2x minus 3y equal 32. and log x to base y equal to 2. First, we put down our solution. Now, from equation 1, we have to express the 2 as the power of its base. So we have that from 1, we have 2 raised to the power of 2x minus 3y is equal to 2 raised to the power of 5. So since their bases are the same, we have that this becomes 2x minus 3y is equal to 5. Call this one equation 3. Again, from equation 2, we have that log s to base y is equal to 2. So this can be expressed as s equal to y squared. Call this one equation 4. So we have equation 3 and we have equation 4. So for us to find the value of x and y, we have to substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So we have that substitute equation 4 into equation 3. So we have that this becomes 2 open bracket y squared minus 3y equal to 5. This expression becomes 2y squared minus 3y minus 5 equal to 0. Now we have a quadratic equation. We have to look for two values, but when we add them, we have negative 3, and when we multiply them, we have negative 10. So therefore, here, I will express this as negative 5 and plus 2. So therefore, our expression becomes 2y squared plus 2y minus 5y minus 5 equal to 0. So from here, if we group and factorize, we have 2y open bracket y plus 1 minus 5 open bracket y plus 1 equal to 0. So our expression becomes 2y minus 5 bracket y plus 1 equal to 0. So therefore, 2y minus 5 is equal to 0. Y is equal to 5 divided by 2. Or y plus 1 is equal to 0. Y is equal to negative 1. Now we are putting the two values of y because our question gave us a quadratic equation. So therefore, we have to also obtain the two values of s. And to obtain the two values of s, we substitute y into equation 4. Substitute y equal to 5 divided by 2 and y equal to minus 1 into equation 4. So we have that s is equal to y squared. So s is equal to negative 1 all squared. S is equal to 1, or s is equal to 5 divided by 2 all squared. S is equal to 25 divided by 4. That is the answer. So here we are able to obtain the two values of y, and also we obtained the two values of s. Let's solve the number 3 question. Log x plus y in base a is equal to 0, and 2 times log x in base A is equal to log 1 plus 4y in base A. Now, we are given this equation. Let us get the value of x and y. So, from equation 1, we can have that log x plus y in base A will be equal to log 1 to base A. This is because logarithm of 1 to any base is equal to 0. So since we have 0 here, we represent it as log 1 to base A. So since we have the same base, our equation becomes x plus y is equal to 1. Let's go here, equation 3. From equation 2, we have that log s squared to base A is equal to log 1 plus 4y to base A. At this point, since we have the same basis, so our equation becomes s squared equal to 1 plus 4y. So we call here equation 4. To obtain the values of x and y, substitute equation 3 into 4. So we know that x plus y is equal to 1. So therefore x is equal to 1 minus y. So we have that this becomes 1 minus y all squared equal to 1 plus 4y. If we expand this bracket here, I will have 1 minus 2y plus y squared equal to 1 plus 4y. Our equation becomes y squared minus 2y minus 4y plus 1 minus 1 equal to 0. So plus 1 and minus 1 will cancel out. Our equation will reduce to y squared minus 6y equal to 0. At this point, for my left hand side, I can factor out y. I will have y minus 6 equal to 0. So therefore, y is equal to 0, or y minus 6 is equal to 0. So y is equal to 6. Now we have obtained the values of y. We have to also obtain the values of s. So we substitute y into equation 3. From equation 3, we know that x plus y is equal to 1. So therefore, we have that for y equal to 0, x plus 0 is equal to 1. So s is equal to 1. Also, for y equal to 6, we have x plus 6 is equal to 1. So s is equal to 1 minus 6. S is equal to negative 5. So we are able to obtain the values of x for which y is equal to 0 and y is equal to 6. Now let's look at example 4. They said log 27 to base x plus log 4 to base y is equal to 5, and log 27 to base x minus log 4 to base y is equal to 1. How do we solve this equation? The first thing we do is that we take up a substitution. So we say that let p be equal to log 27 to base s and q equal to log 4 to base y. So therefore, our equation reduces to P plus Q equal to 5 and P minus Q is equal to 1. Let's go here equation 3 and go here equation 4. So since equation 3 and equation 4 is now a simultaneous linear equation, we can use either the elimination method or the substitution method to solve for Q and P. But for this video, I'll be using the elimination method. So add equation 3 and 4. Add equation 3 and equation 4. I will have that this will be 2P plus Q minus Q is equal to 0, equal to 6. So therefore my P is equal to 6 divided by 2, which will be equal to 3. Now, to obtain the value of Q, I will substitute P into equation 4. So therefore, I will say substitute P equal to 3 into equation 4. So we know that P minus Q is equal to 1. So we have 3 minus Q is equal to 1. So we have that 3 minus 1 is equal to Q. So our Q is equal to 2. So therefore, our P is equal to 3 and Q is equal to 2. But recall that we made a substitution that let P be equal to log 27 in base S and Q equal to log 4 in base Y. So therefore, I will have 3 equal to log 27 in base S, and here I will obtain 2 equal to log 4 in base Y. So from here, we can express this as, this will be S is to the power 3 equal to 27. So we have that S is to the power 3 is equal to 3 is to the power 3. So since our index or power are equal, so therefore S is equal to 3. Also from here, we have that this becomes Y to the power 2 equal to 4. So Y to the power 2 is equal to 2 to the power 2. So since our index or powers are equal, Y is equal to 2. That is the answer. So we are able to obtain the value of X and we obtain the value of Y. Please, if you found this video helpful, subscribe and like the video, and don't forget to share it. Thank you and see you in the next video.